Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Anne Manera, and excuse my crazy technical issues this morning, but I think that I had a couple of tech issues. So just give me a couple of minutes. I think it's gonna work. I had an error message. Okay, so let's see. Let's say good morning to everyone first. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's live color along. We are coloring a page from Color Along Volume 12. Can you believe there's 12 volumes of this? Paisley and Scarlett are saying hey, hey, hey. And let's say good morning to everyone, Paisley and Scarlett. Let's say good morning to everyone. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, Abby. Hey, Abby, happy birthday. Today's Abby's birthday. Happy birthday, Abby. Good morning to Mamie. Hey, Sarah. Libby has joined us. Good morning to Julie Rhodes. Miss Lynn Miller has joined us this morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Alexandria. Good morning to Jean. Who else is here with us this morning? Lisa Ackroyd. Good morning, good morning. Lisa saying reunited and it feels so good. I can't sing while I'm live. Hey, Alice. Good morning, Bonnie Hughes. Jason's here with us. Who else? I'm not sure if anyone else is here. If you're here and I missed your name, my apologies. Good morning to you. Make a comment, say hello, say good morning, good morning. Let's all wish our friend Abby a happy birthday. I am going to go get a dog a bone, right? No matter how many bones I hand out, they still want another one while I hit the live button. And we will get started in just a couple of minutes. I want to make sure that everyone is here and want to make sure that I'm coming, Scarlett. Want to make sure that everybody is that has this book, has this PDF that I have on the screen right now. Okay, the dogs are settled. Just dropped something. Don't know what happened to that. And we are going to color today. Hey, Carol. Good morning, Carol. Popping in for a little while. Have a lot to do this week, so not staying long. Well, we're not going to be here the whole week. We're not going to be here all week, Carol. Just for an hour. Lynn is saying, I have crayons, oil pastels, and gel crayons in front of me. Awesome. So I have oil pastels, my little junior artist COPPA oil pastels made by Sakura. And let's talk about this product for a couple of minutes. And I'm not endorsed I'm not paid to talk about any of the products that I'm using today or that I ever use. I don't know what I dropped. Actually, I don't even know where that came from. I think that there's like crazy noises in my house all the time that sound like boxes falling from above. So we don't know what it is. I think we might have a ghost. So I've got this COPPA set of, what happened? Why isn't the video playing here? Is the video stuck? There it is. And you're not having 9 people over on Saturday, Carol is saying. On Saturday, still have boxes downstairs to thumb through. You need to get yourself unpacked, Carol. Carol, do we all need to come over to your house this week and unpack you? We could have, like, the unpack team. I don't know. Carol, I'll give you a free coloring page if you get everything unpacked by the end of the week. Maybe that will inspire you. So we are going to use this set of these oil pastels. And today we're talking about Fresco. And it looks like it's freezing. Is it freezing, the video? It's not? Okay, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to pretend that everything's fine. This product is called Junior Artist because it's really geared towards kids. And Sakura makes another product that's like this crepe art expressionist. And I just really don't have those with me because I was being lazy and I didn't feel like taking it out of the bottom of the drawer. Hey, it is sad news, Jason. I agree, but we've got to keep things happy. We want to keep things happy for our hour. You should have an unpacking party, Carol. I agree with you. I'm also using Crayola crayons. I just have a 24-pack. And today is our first day of Color Along 12. Can you believe this 12? Hello, Miss Bonnie Hughes. Can you believe this 12 volumes? I can't even believe it. At all. Cannot even believe it. So, what we've got here is, let's take a flip through of volume 12 since it's our first day. Hello, Miss Sand Smith. How are you, my friend? So, this is the first page that we're working on today. And this is from my book, Simple Cat Angels. Now, this page is going to be colored in the Fresco style. Now, we're going to talk about Fresco style, and Fresco style is really from the Renaissance period of art. And for those of you that have purchased the Color Along book, this PDF packet with a little description about Fresco style painting and some little examples has been emailed to everyone. So if you did not get this, please let me know, and I will get it out to you. It's just kind of a little supplemental reference book that you reference PDF packet that you get with today's Color Along. And going forward, for the rest of the Color Alongs for this book, there'll be different PDF packets as we move along. Like Pointillism will have one, Folk Art will have one, and as we go along. I kind of write them as I go, so I'm not really ahead of the times with that part of it yet. This is the next one that will be happening next week. We're going to be coloring this page in the Pointillism style. And then we've got this page. This is going to be fun because this is going to be mixed media. And part of me thought that I should do this as gems and stones because it kind of looks like jewelry in a way. But I thought mixed media would be fun for this page. And then this page is going to be all about gel crayons. It's cold here too, Cheryl. Isn't it terrible? I can't even believe it. Cannot even believe the weather we're having. This is from Hypnotic, and we're going to do this one in the style of stained glass when we get to this page. And we'll probably use crayons and a blending oil. So more information will be provided for that. And then this one we're going to color in the style of folk art. And we're going to take a look at this page and learn about folk art, the folk art period of art. That's going to be fun. I've never done that for Color Along before, so that'll be exciting. Will this be posted somewhere? San, the video will remain here on my Facebook page, so you can go back and watch the replays. It's also will be posted in, or is posted in the Color Along Volume 12 group. Does that answer your question? So you can go back and watch the replays all the time. Tribal Abstract Coloring Book page. This is from Tribal Abstract Coloring Book. And this one is going to be with sparkle pops. I thought it would be cool with the black background. And then on this one, we are going to color this in the monochromatic style, monochromatic technique, which is only one color. And then we're going to be working on this page with gems and stones as we move along. So we're going to be working with this book until October 7th. So we are here together for a while with this book. This page will be all about warm colors. And then this page will be about pop art. Judy, San, did I send you the link? I'm excited about the folk art one too. I sent you the link to the group. Did I send you the link to the group? I saw that, Alice, about snow. Isn't that crazy? This one is about pop art. And I just had a local school, actually, speaking of this book. This page is from my Positive Words book. And I just recently had a local school contact me about this book. And they actually have some pages that they're giving out to some kids that have some anxiety issues. And they're creating, that book has a little activity in it called to create a positive words jar. And I think they're going to be doing it in their classroom. So that was exciting that they were going to be doing that. This one is Fibromyalgia Mantras page. And this one is going to be just a number 2 pencil. And this one we're coloring in the Impressionism style. We've done that before. Does that answer your question, Sam? Okay. Wood grain, this is going to be fun. I love when we use wood grain. And then this one is going to be gel pens. Again, a black background. Black background. What is it with my words today? Brush markers. This is going to be brush markers. And then this page is going to be digital coloring. And if you have the book, you can still purchase this book on Amazon, or you can get the PDF. Then this page will be given to you so that you can load it, and we're going to be coloring this in the digital platform. It was very exciting, Abby. I'm trying to do some stuff locally with some different places. One of the things that I'm working on, which they have not gotten back to me yet, which I hope they do, is to do a giveaway with a local doggy daycare for one of my custom dog coloring books. So I actually have, I just finished my second custom dog coloring book for a client. I have a third one coming up. So the orders are coming in for those custom dog coloring books. So if you are interested in that type of book, I don't want to say hurry up, but hurry up because the list is growing. So I want to do a cross promotion type thing with a local doggy daycare and do a giveaway for one of those books locally. So I think that would be kind of fun. This one is for going to be all about markers, and then we've got this grayscale illustration page, and we're going to be using oil pastels on this one also. Layering of colors. This is going to be fun. Layering in colors. Thank you for telling Santa refresh. I was going to say it, but then how could I say it if the video stopped, right? It's kind of like if you can't hear, how do you know you can't hear if you can't hear? I always wonder that. Blend and shade with colored pencils for this one. And then this last one is grayscale, and we're going to use kind of a variety of colored pencils on this. So we are, this book is going to be until October 7th. It's summer camp. The dates for summer camp has already been set. It looks like it's going to be July 21st to the 27th, and my goal is to have the summer camp book out by June 1st, I believe, which really is only like a couple of weeks, isn't it? Well, yeah, it's only a couple of weeks, so I better get cranking. Better get cracking. But yeah, I'm going to at least have it finished by June 1st. And then and the reason why I'm saying this is because we'll have to have a week where we have an adjustment to this schedule because of coloring camp. Does that make sense? So, and for those of you that have that are part of the Colorist Academy, that Colorist Academy membership, which is I'm so excited because we've got our first arts and crafts style video class starting. That will be held on May 25th. And we're going to learn how to draw a mandala. So I'm excited about that. So, and that membership is open and anyone can join at any time. So, anyway, that's my exciting news. Let's talk about fresco style painting. And, what is it? What is fresco style painting? And it's happened during the Renaissance. And there's 3 different types. And that's really what we're going to kind of replicate or give the illusion that it is kind of like a fresco style painting. And what ends up happening is that there's 3 different types. One is painting directly onto wet plaster. So they would have plaster a wall or the side of a building, and then they would put the paint right on the plaster. What is going on today? Then secco, painting directly onto the dry plaster. So they would let the plaster dry, and you'd have the bumps in the texture. And then mezzo, painting directly onto almost dry plaster. So it's kind of like in the in-between. And then if you take a look at this terrible printout, because I'm at war right now with my printer, you'll be able to see in the printout that you have, in the PDF that you have, just exactly how pitted it is. So we want to concentrate on the pits. We want to concentrate on the pits that we're going to create with the oil pastels and with the crayon, and create that look that we've colored on top of plaster. So what I'm going to do is something I did a little bit different the last time. And I'm going to first take a crayon, and I'm going to take orange because it's my friend, right? And I'm going to color the background. We're going to start with the background here, and I'm just going to give it a light coat of crayon. So I'm going to pretend in my imaginary head that this is my light coat of plaster. So I'm going to do the dry style, the secco, where it's dry, totally dry plaster. So nothing's wet here. So I'm using just this I'm creating this dry plaster here. Now, the reason why I'm using a crayon is because I want to be able to see the pits in between. Scarlett does not like this. Scarlett, what's the matter, honey? Did she steal your stuff again? Gotta help Scarlett. Sand, my friend Scarlett is my dog friend, and she is a very vocal little girl in the middle of a color along. Here you go, Scarlett. Look, honey. Here, baby. Here. Go ahead. Come over here. No? Okay. So I'm going to give the whole thing, and she's sad. She's always sad, Judy, because they, they have a crazy, she wants, the other day I was doing a live video, was it Friday when we were doing a color along? And she just got so disgusted with Paisley taking her bone that she grabbed her bone and she decided to bury it. It was kind of funny, actually. Scarlett is not a bone barrier. I never say hello to the people that I think are joined unless they say something. But Michelle Brubaker. Michelle is here with us this morning. Hello, Michelle Brubaker. I was actually going to message you today because I had some questions I wanted to ask you about something in the publishing world. I don't know if you're still watching. Are they sleeping, Judy? Yeah, they were pretty good this morning. They had a busy day yesterday. We had company yesterday for Mother's Day, and they were out like a light by like 5 o'clock. They were exhausted. And it was so rainy and cold. So I've got just this kind of a light orange. And I want it to be kind of scratchy and kind of scribbly. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of it. So let's see. Let's assume that he's standing on grass. This is a he. I'm going to put this is just regular green. And then I'm going to go on top of all of this, on top of this crayon with my oil pastel to make it thick. Because when you take a look at the actual, I wish my dogs could sit on my lap, Bonnie. I think Scarlett would love it if she could do that. She's at my feet right now, so that's good. So the crayon is here for kind of my background to simulate the dry plaster, okay? And then we're going to go on top of it with the oil pastel because it's much thicker and it's a little wetter, so it's going to be like a simulation of paint. So there's our green. Now, it doesn't really make a difference what I'm doing for the background of everything as far as like what the color will be, but I've got this cerulean color. I think I'll make his angel clothes, angel gown, this cerulean color. Just to add some blue. Carol says, I had a tornado hit near me Friday night. It was an interesting day. Really? Scary as that. Did you have to go hide in the basement? There was a tornado watch recently near me, actually. Well, maybe about 30 miles from me. It's close enough, though, right? And I remember them saying on the news, I've never seen them say on the news, like a weather report, weather announcement, come up and say, go to the basement, like now. It was like that kind of thing. Could you put something behind the page and color over it? Yes, that would be a great idea, Alice. Alice was asking that question. Could you put something behind the page and color over it? One thing you could put behind the page, which I like to do a lot to create a texture, is either crumpled aluminum foil or the other thing that you could put over it would be masking tape. I don't think of tornadoes hitting where you are either, Carol. That's crazy. Remember do you remember when you were a kid, we used to take, this always cracks me up actually. When I was a kid, we used to take an empty wine bottle because there's something that you need to give to a kid, right? So here, you're 8 years old. Here's an empty wine bottle for your craft project. And so we took the empty wine bottle and then we took tape. Did anyone ever do this? And you put little bits of masking tape all over the wine bottle so it they overlapped. And then we took shoe polish, because why not give a kid shoe polish, right? And we took shoe polish and we went over the tape with the shoe polish so it ended up looking like leather. Did anyone do this, or did I live like in a place where, did I grow up in a family that was just very, like a bunch of risk takers? And we're just like, sure, here's an empty wine bottle because you're 7. And while you're at it, it's glass. And let me give you some shoe polish without any type of gloves on it, right? Hey, you see these things that keep coming up lately? It says top fan. How do you become a top fan? I don't know. I think if you comment a lot or make a post, I don't know. Like or comment or react to different posts that are on my Facebook page. That's how you become a top fan. Bonnie has that that badge, and who else? Lynn Miller. Judy's reading my mind. I don't know how you become a top fan. Do you know how you became a top fan, Bonnie Miller? I know that Jamie is a top fan. I think there's 4 top fans on this page. But I don't really know how you get to become a top fan. All right, so there's that color there. And then I'm just going to add some yellow to the wings. I mean, it already looks good the way it is. I like it just with crayon. Nice and simple. Bonnie did that with the bottle. Thanks. I guess I did have a creative mom. I don't know. And when I grew up, we had a lot of arts and crafts things going on. So we painted a lot. Yeah, we did that with the bottle. And then, then you could have turned it into a lamp. That was cool. Maybe we could do that in one of our videos, Lynn. In one of our classes for the Colorist Academy, Judy and Lynn and Lisa. And who else is here with us this morning? Oh, Sarah, you became a top fan too. I wonder how. How did it happen? It must be from the comments, right? It's got to be. I'm going to put some purple over here. Now, so now I've got my plaster, right? I've plastered it. And look, my hands are not even dirty. But I've got my plaster all over it. And then, now I'm going to take my oil pastels. And oil pastels are much softer. Imagine it like a melted crayon. I mean, it writes on you, right? Like, that's how much it really just kind of gets on top of you. You know? Yeah, it just appeared. I think that it has to do with becoming a top fan. Has to do with commenting and liking posts on my Facebook page as often and as much as you possibly can, and then you will become a top fan. So, I don't know. I'm not a top fan anywhere. So now I'm taking my green oil pastel on top of my crayon. And this is like the paint on top of the dry plaster. An oil pastel is very thick, and it can be blended. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to use this lighter green also and blend on top of it. And that lighter green will actually kind of act like a colorless blender. You know, there's a post in the Just Color Coloring group right now asking for your input and ideas about what topics should be covered in the next coloring camp. So if you have something in mind, please let me know, and I'm going to be working on that book this week. I've already got my little the tent drawn. I always have a tent, right? We had a teepee, we had a tent. What else did we have? I think this time it's going to be a camper. I'm thinking. I don't know. I've got to work on some more drawings. It was with shoe polish, yes, Lynn. We could use something else though, because shoe polish is going to stick, right? So maybe we could use something else. Would you do it before you color, Alice is saying, or after you color, but before the oil pastels, the texture thing? I think I would do it before the oil pastels, Alice. And then maybe I would keep it there. Who's Judge Alex? Really? The top fan might be like a founding member, Carol is saying. The first ones to log in. I don't know. Maybe. It could be. I had joined a few new groups, Carol saying, and because I was one of the first ones, I'm now a founding member. Yeah, I was too. Bonnie says, you are our top fan, Anne. Oh, thank you, Judy. I mean, Bonnie, I'm sorry. Thank you. This badge helps you stand out to the page and others, Judy is saying. Become a top fan by being one of the page's most active people. Yeah, so you got to probably just be very, very active. Hello, Heather. So I'm going to take my light green, and now I'm going to go on top of it. So it's almost like it's got paint on it. And it's just kind of I want the pits. I want the scribbly effect, because when you're dealing with something that's fresco, there is a lot of pits. This PDF packet that came out, that went out to all the people that own Color Along Volume 12, also gives you a link to learn an online a website that you can look at to learn more about fresco painting. But different paintings throughout the Renaissance, like the Last Supper was a fresco style painting. That's a very popular painting to refer to. So Michelangelo did a lot, and Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo did a lot of paintings in the fresco style. Has anyone ever had a past life reading? What's peer pressure, Lisa? Becoming a top fan? Maybe I should just start giving out my own badges. Forget Facebook, right? Or maybe I should start making my own badges. Top fan badges. Maybe we should start giving certificates out or something. I don't know. Okay, Carol needs to run, have errands to do, places to go, and things to get done. Have a great day. All right, Carol's on the move. All right, Carol. Be safe, my friend. Don't forget to unpack. All right, now I'm going to take this orange color, which is a little bright in my book, but why not? And I'm going to do this one kind of in a circular motion. All different directions. These pastels, the only part that kind of bothers me about them is they're flat, so they don't have a point. So if you're into having a point on whatever you're coloring with, then these maybe are not for you. You can also use an oil, a blending oil for it, but I like how it looks without that blending oil. And now I think I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and just kind of go on top of it, just to kind of blend it into itself, so it becomes almost like a colorless blender. And now I've got my blue background. Do I have blue? How odd that I only have this light blue. Is San leaving? Oh, all right, San, no problem. We will see you again. Next Monday we'll be back. So this is just kind of a light blue. Kristen, did everyone, hey, what a great class the other night, Kristen. It was awesome. If you guys didn't have a chance to, I mean, a lot of you were there at Kristen's workshop to make a sigil, which I pronounced it wrong, Kristen, and I feel bad, but called a sigil. Kristen, I did another one. The next night, I could not sleep. Don't you hate when you have a sleepless night? And I think I was just overtired. I think I just overdid it. And could not sleep. So I said, I think I'm going to color, or maybe I'm going to draw. And then I said, I think I'm just going to draw. And I decided to make a sigil. And I was in a lot of pain. So this is what I did. I created my intention on that night, Kristen. I'm telling Kristen about this crazy thing, about what I did. And to be pain-free. And I created another sigil. And I'm going to tell you, it helped. It helped a lot. It helped me relax. It helped me go to sleep better. It was very cool. I was actually thinking when I was doing it that you should have a book with this. Wouldn't that be cool? You have like a book of templates for it. And then, because I kept thinking to myself the whole time, I feel like I should have these all compiled into my own little book. And I don't even know where it is. I think I left it in the other room. So here is my blue dress. You know what I'm thinking of is that song, Devil in a Blue Dress, or is that a movie? Here's some black. And I'm going to put a little bit of black specks in here. And then I'm going to blend it together with my fingers. You could use a Q-tip. You could use a cotton swab. Well, cotton swab is a Q-tip, right? Paper towel. You could use Kleenex. You could use anything else, any type of blender, like a tool to blend it. I'm not doing that because Scarlett is laying next to my feet and I don't want to bother her. So, it's one of those things where you have that happen in the middle of the night. It's like the dog or the cat is laying down next to you and you're really in a lot of pain. and you have a horrible cramp in your foot, but you don't want to get up because you don't want to disturb the dog. But I like how this kind of just pushes itself into the page, into the paper. So Alice, you were talking about adding something to the background, to the back, behind the page. What did you end up adding? A sigil. A sigil. Should I explain it, Kristen? A sigil is, I actually have mine from Friday night. This is what I did on Friday night. This was my sigil. And let me see if I explained this right, Kristen. We set an intention. My intention was to be more patient, to have more patience throughout the day, daily patience. And then we took letters from our intention that we wrote down, and then we created a diagram, created a drawing. You're leaving? Why are you leaving, Bonnie? I was going to say, why are you leaving, Hughes? No, Bonnie, are you okay? So we created, this is what I created the other night, and we colored it. So anyway, it was fun. Kristen offered a free workshop the other night, and it was a lot of fun. Anyway, that's my plug for Kristen. But I'm glad to see you, Kristen. All right, so I've got this section here. And now I'm going to go back with my yellow and my white. I guess Bonnie has somewhere to go. Okay, bye, Bonnie. I thought maybe it was something I said. I'm going to add some yellow here on top of my crayon. So next Sunday on the 19th, we have a live color along happening. And I'm coloring a page from Nola Hinsel's book, her book about trucks. And every time I say the name of it, I always jumble it up. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna say the name. I haven't done it yet, but when I finish it, I will post it. All right, Alice. That's gonna be fun to see. And now I'm gonna put some white on top of this. Just to kind of blend it together a little bit. And I'm not really worried about the direction that I'm coloring in, because I just want to get that blend. And I want it to look a little swirly, and I want it to look thick. So I want it to actually kind of have a thickness to it. I feel like I want to add a little bit of purple into his clothing. I don't know why. But doesn't it look like it needs a little bit of purple? Some purple lines. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit of white to soften it a little bit. So a lot of blending can be done. Okay. I'm just going to blend this together. Don't want it to look like mud. And now we're left with his face in the background. So let's actually blend a little bit of this brown color, which is a little bit lighter. And I'm just going to kind of give it a quick scribble. And then I'm going to use this peach color on top of it. Just right on top of it, and that will blend it into itself. So this is my blender, rather than using my finger or a blending tool, but this actually is the blender. So we're concerned about looking for the pits. We're concerned about the pittiness of everything, looking for where the pits are throughout this. And then I can take, let me see if I have something I can scrape off. I guess I can use this. I'm just going to kind of scrape that off. That was another thing you did when you were a kid. Did anyone do this? You colored all different colors, like scribble, scribble, scribble with a whole bunch of different colors of crayon. And then you went back in and you went over everything with black. And then you took a sharp object, because again, you're a kid and let's give a kid a sharp object. And then you scratched into it. So that was cool as a kid. I don't know, maybe I lived a weird lifestyle. Danger. I mean, I was one of the kids that swung on the swing that lifted off the ground too. So, do I ever color with chalk? Heather is asking. Yes, I do. I do use chalk. I would love to use some chalk to get a coloring page. It reminds me of like putting chalk on the ground and like sidewalk chalk. And I would love to just get a coloring page and transfer it to the ground. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Could like move the color along outside and transfer it to the ground. So I'm just kind of using the tip of this mechanical pencil to... You've done that too, Abby? Yeah, see? I'm just using the tip of this mechanical pencil to get away, to scratch out the oil pastel on my black lines on the face, only because I want to be able to see those. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the rest of my drawing, actually, because it went over my lines. So I can just kind of scrape it off. I don't know what kind of squeak I got going on over here on this desk. That technique should be in camp, the scratch-off thing. You think? That would kind of be a good idea, actually, Diana. We should do the scratch-off thing at the Colorist Academy membership, don't you think? I gotta make a list. All right, there is my scratch-off. Now I want to go buy a scratch-off ticket. Maybe this is a... Oh, you did that too, Bonnie? Cool. Yep, the scribble thing. Sarah did it too. See that? All right, so we're all kindred spirits, right? All right, so I've got a few different colors for my background because I want it to kind of look like it's maybe like a sunset going on. That would be kind of cool, right? Because he's standing on the grass. So I'm going to use a few different colors. I'm going to use some pink and some orange. Maybe a little bit of blue. And I've got this kind of ochre color to kind of be my like colorless blender, I guess. Well, we could do it both places, Sarah, you know? It's not just limited. I can't wait till we draw the mandala. I don't know about you guys. That's going to be fun. And we are drawing it without a template, right? Are you doing that without the tip of the pencil sticking out? Yes, I am, Bonnie. That's a good question. I don't have the pencil sticking out. I don't have the lead sticking out. It's just the metal. I'll have to remember to write that down, Diana. And then I'm going to put some orange. When we draw the mandala at the Colorist Academy membership video, we are going to not use a template. We're just going to wing it. We're going to do it the way you do it without a template. So that's going to be fun. Put a little bit of red in here. And then a little bit more pink. Where's my pink? This is going to kind of blend as we go. And I guess I'll put a little more blue down here. Looks kind of tie-dye, doesn't it? I feel like I'm in a hippie mood today. Scarlett, are you okay? You're awfully quiet today. You're not really participating like you usually do. What's the matter, babe? You okay? Of course, I'm waiting for Scarlett to answer me. She's not, you know? All right, now I'm going to blend up. I'm going to go from here up with my finger because I want that all to blend. See that? How it's kind of going like a streak? Same thing here. I'm just going to kind of blend it up. This way it's pulling it into it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of white on top of this. After I blended it, I put the white. Again, scribble, because oil pastels, it's not really about what's happening when you're actually applying the pastel. It's what happens when you start to blend it. And then I'm going to pull up again with this white. And where is my sharp instrument? I don't really want that in there. But the other thing is that because they were painting on wet plaster or dry plaster, or it was just very like, you know, primitive. Not really primitive. It's not like it was like, that would be kind of a cool topic, right? Having something from like cave art or something. It wasn't really straight lines, and it was very free flowing, and there were things that kind of blended a little bit together. Like we've got a little bit of the red over on these wings a little bit, you know? So, you know, don't worry about that part because you want it to look like it's an old-fashioned style thing. But I feel like I need to do something else to my grass. I think I'm going to add a little bit of yellow. I don't know if it's going to make a difference, but add a little yellow to this. Thank you, Bonnie Miller. It kind of looks like, I mean, you would never kind of know this was a coloring page, right? Isn't that crazy? And then I've got my little, what do you call it? Little buttons there, or dots or whatever. And I'm just going to go with purple. And I'm not going to blend these with anything. I'm just going to use the straight purple. I don't know why I have green in the middle of this, but I do. Blend it inside. And just make sure that my sharp instrument is removing these lines around on top of the black, just so that we can see it better, you know. Here we go. I'm done with it. I'm not going to call it anything. I'm not going to do anything else to it. I kind of like the way it is right now. So what do you guys think about this crazy technique, this fresco style? I mean, I don't know if it's an official coloring technique, but I thought it would be kind of fun. I started doing this with Color Along Volume 11, and now we're in Color Along Volume 12, but I thought it would be fun to kind of take my knowledge of art history and combine it with coloring and kind of merge it and blend them together, you know? So wondering what you guys think about this crazy technique. But doesn't it kind of look like it's really, we want it to look like it's pitted. We want it to look like it's thick. We want it to look like it is not perfect. So that was my goal, is to get it to look like all that. It doesn't look like it's colored. Thank you, Abby. We don't want it to look like it's a flat type of coloring. We don't want it to look like it has markers. So you want it to look like it's thick, where you could go over and you could touch it. Now, I'm interested to see what Alice is going to do, because Alice is going to take it a step further, and she's going to add something to the background. Hey, Libby, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Alice is going to add something to the background. I can't wait to see how that's going to come out, Alice, because that is a really, really good idea. Add something to the background to make that as a pit. You know, I'm wondering what else you could add to the background. I wonder if you could add sandpaper That would kind of make it like a little bit of gray. Hey, Bev Larson. I wonder if you could add sandpaper to the background or bubble wrap. I have this Amazon Prime bag sitting next to me that I'm using for trash from a delivery of ink, and it has bubble wrap. It's made, you know the white bag that's made of bubble wrap. This Amazon Prime bag, where inside it is made, it's bubble wrap itself. I'm wondering if that could be used. That would be kind of fun to do that. All right, so our next color along, we're going to tackle pointillism, and I'll be sending out a PDF packet, supplemental packet for this page over the next few days. Usually, my goal is to try to get them out by like the Wednesday before, so on a Wednesday type thing. I'll be working on this tomorrow, and then that's today's color along. Now, what happens to oil? I mean, oil pastels, a lot of people have, the biggest question a lot of people ask is, do they dry? Because if you touch them, they're a little sticky. And what happens with oil pastels is they cure. It's not like they're going to dry, they're going to cure. It does look like tie-dye, doesn't it, Diana? I better go start listening to some hippie music today. I've been listening to this Katie Lang CD over the past couple of days. I don't know how I discovered it. And you know that song, it's called Helpless? I don't want to sing it because first of all, I can't. But second of all, you don't want to hear my voice. But I was listening to it on Amazon Prime Music. And I have that song playing through my head. And that is a song back from like, you know, like a Neil Young. Maybe it's a Neil Young song. You guys remember these songs, right? Back in all the... I'm really kind of like a hippie at heart. I think I should have been born like 10 or 20 years earlier than I was. So this Simple Cat Angels book, this page can also be found in Simple Cat Angels. And there's also another book similar to this, which is the Cat Angels coloring book. So I would just simply place a piece of paper over my page as it sits in this book, because it will cure. I mean, if you leave it, I'm going to leave it open also, let it dry, let the air get to it. So it's not really going to dry, it's just going to cure. It's like an oil painting. It's going to cure. I don't paint with oil paints because I don't like the smell of them. But oil paints take an awfully long time to dry. So when someone's working on an oil painting, they can keep going back to it and keep touching up. Similar to oil pastels, I could probably easily go back to this tomorrow, even though it was sitting here, and I could really kind of add to it. Abby says, love hippie times. I know, me too. Me too. Love hippie times. Exactly. So that's this page. That's today's page. What other questions can I answer for you today about the fresco style of applying a fresco style to a coloring page? If I can answer any questions, just let me know. And then we're going to be moving on to this one. So what's happening this week? I've got a newsletter that came out yesterday, was emailed to everyone. And this week we have, the next color along is next Monday, the 20th. But in the meantime, on Saturday, I meet with my painting membership group, and we are painting pointillism actually on that day. We're going to do a painting in the pointillism style, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And then on Sunday, I will be coloring for Nola Hensel. We're going to be coloring a page from her truck book, and there'll be a free page that will be posted on that event page. I think it's getting posted tomorrow night, either tomorrow or Wednesday. It'll be posted on the event page, and you can get a free page. You can print that page out, and then that's about it. I don't know. I'm working on some new books. Working on the camp book. I've got some custom dog books, and just keep drawing. See you later, Bonnie Miller. Charlie insisted on Mom going on the mail run, Judy is saying. Well, thanks for joining me, everyone. This was so much fun. I was so excited about starting Color Along Volume 12 because I can't even believe that there's 12 volumes. So, hopefully I will see everyone next Monday. And feel free to share your finished page from today's Color Along on coloring groups. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone. Hope you have a great day.